Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to you live from YouTube, and we are the Sports Podcast, man. A lot coming to you live from via YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, man. This is the hottest podcast in the YouTube sports community, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to the Sports Talk Show. The podcast panel today, we will be discussing some NFL topics. And for the very first time, this year, ladies and gentlemen, we will have an NBA Trivia Showdown. NBA Trivia Showdown, the Real Sports NBA Trivia Champion Q-dogg. He will be putting his title on the line. Why not run it back with old Wallstreet? Wallstreet, man. So we got Q-dogg versus Wallstreet NBA Trivia. We're going to talk some NBA today, and we're going to talk some NFL right here, ladies and gentlemen, on the Real to Sports Talk Show, Vibe to the Beat. Thank you guys for being here with us on this Saturday afternoon as we're coming to you live from YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. Y'all please show some generosity and love for the exclusive elite, the podcast panel, man. Give them a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up for them, man. And if you're new to the show and watching us for the very first time, and hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for all notifications, that button that says notify. Hit that notify, man. We will deeply appreciate it, man. And remember to go follow us on all social media platforms, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Now, without further ado, please allow me to introduce you guys to the stars of the show. They are the exclusive elite, the Real to Sports Podcast panel, representing Who Dat? Down in the bayou. Who Dat?
What it do?
One-time Super Bowl champions, the New Orleans Saints, ladies and gentlemen. Always fly. GC is in the building.
Hey, I'm at work right now, man. You see, I had like the rips on my jacket. Look, I was like a bum right now, man. I had myself up a little bit. I don't know what to do. Interesting fact, real quick, you know.
Yes, sir.
There's only 4 teams that's undefeated in the Super Bowl history. The Saints are one of them.
Oh, check him out with this boy. I feel you, baby. I like that, man. Represented Ball So Hard University. They are the Angry Birds of the North, ladies and gentlemen. He represents the 2-time Super Bowl champion, the Baltimore Ravens. Festus. Festus. No doubt.
We undefeated in the Super Bowl too.
Yes, sir. Drew to the game is in the building. Drew to the game. My man. Mr. Positivity himself.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Representing Saxonville. If y'all don't like it, just deal with it. They are the AFC South Division champions. The very upcoming Jacksonville Jaguars, ladies and gentlemen. It's Rockstar Rock in the building.
Our Super Bowl coming.
Yes, sir. To a theater near you. No doubt, man. No doubt. I'm representing America's team. They are the 5-time Super Bowl champion, the Dallas Cowboys, ladies and gentlemen. The numbers, they don't lie. Wall Street.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
This morning, and NC State, we're going to get up in some Carolina tail today. Let's go.
I don't think so, but okay. I don't think so, but okay. He's the president of the Real Sports Group, and he's part of the Raider Nation. 3-time Super Bowl champion, the Las Vegas Raiders. He is Oklahoma State's alumni, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. President rolled out the red carpet for him. Young Mark.
Y'all
Marcus.
see it? Raider Nation, we in the building. What's going on, y'all?
Marcus.
Hey, man, that's that boomerang stuff, bro.
Marcus.
I hate that movie low-key because of that.
Hey, Rock, stupid. Rock put me over there. Marcus. And last but not least, oh, Marcus. Last but not least, man, he's the OG. He's the OG, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man, this man got a lot of accolades here.
The champ is here.
The champ is here. The 2022 Real to Sports Podcast MVP. And he is the undisputed Real to Sports NFL and NBA Trivia Champion. He represents the NFC North Division Champion, the mighty Minnesota Vikings. He's the legendary Q-dogg.
Let's go. Woo! Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, ladies, calm down. We trying to do a show in here. Calm down, y'all.
I know, yeah. Oh, damn, I ain't got the ladies, man.
Let them loose.
You'll see him. You'll see him later on, bro. Oh man. All right, man. Let's get this show popping, man. We're gonna start in the NFL. We'll start in the NFL and end in the NBA, man. But first things first, man. We talked about it a whole lot. We was just talking about it backstage, man. The Las Vegas Raiders, they have released quarterback Derek Carr, saving $40.4 million. And Derek Carr is now a free agent for the first time in his career. I'm going to ask the podcast panel. I think we've been here before, but now that Derek Carr is officially free, where would be the perfect fit for a quarterback such as Derek Carr? And let's start off with GC himself, New Orleans Saints.
I mean, perfect fit with his options. I guess you could say he's going to the Saints. I mean, he went to go look at the Jets, but I mean, I don't know if I'm the Jets, I still go Mike White. Truth be told. So I feel like he don't really have no options but to come to the Saints.
The Saints. Okay. Okay. Wall Street.
Yeah, man. Derek Carr throw a lot of interceptions. He does that. The team I'm thinking, I know they say the Jets are looking at him. And
you done did it. Ooh.
They give him multiple possessions, and I think the Jets defense can do that. Carolina, I don't see him going there. I see Carolina going younger. You know, they're a new coach. The owner's fairly new. So I see them going younger at quarterback. I see them going in a draft, getting them a quarterback probably. For some reason, I think he's going to end up with the Jets. I think he's going to end up with the Jets. Jets ready to win now, man. They just missing a veteran quarterback. But his problem is he turns the ball over. But they're looking for a veteran quarterback. So I think the best fit for him will be the Jets. That they're ready to win right now. So I'm going to go with the Jets. I think the Jets would be the best role for him. And you're going to need somebody to get him the ball back because he's going to turn it over. So you're going to need you know what I mean? I'm going
to let Mark gear up for that one, boy. I'm going to let Mark gear up for that one. Drew to the game.
Yeah, Derek Carr. That's an interesting. I mean, all the quarterbacks that are out there that are available right now, they're all jockeying for a position. I think the best fit, we've already kind of hinted at it. Everybody else has been on here. GC, Wallstreet. We've hinted at the NFC. What is that? The South? Yeah, NFC South.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure Falcons, but I think that the Panthers might be a good spot. They got a decent defense, solid run game. They might look to bolster that run game in the draft. They've got offensive skill position players, with Moore and the young boy out of LSU. And, I mean, they got some things going there. Tampa, it's already ready-made, basically, with Mike Evans and Godwin, as long as, Mike Evans don't hit the free agent market. And then they just bolster up the defense in the draft. And then the Jets wouldn't be a bad spot. I don't think that would be a bad spot. But I think that the Raiders want to get him, or actually he can call his own shot. I don't think the Jets would be a bad spot, but I'd like to see him in Tampa. I think, they've been on the track of that veteran quarterback. And just imagining him with Mike Evans and Godwin and Cameron Brate. Have a nice addition of toys. I hope he lands in a good spot for his situation, since it didn't work out with the Raiders. But I think it's a good quarterback, and putting the right scheme on the right team, he could blossom.
Todd Bowles and Derek Carr.
Yeah.
I mean, he couldn't blossom in Vegas. So
yeah, you got me thinking on that one. Rockstar Rock.
I'll make this short and sweet. Derek Carr's not going to the Jets because he ain't gonna want to be in that cold weather. He's gonna go. It's either two places. I think he's gonna go. Either three: Tampa, New Orleans, or the Colts, Indianapolis. So he gonna be within that still in that South Division, because Indianapolis is technically in the AFC South, even though they in the North. But we ain't gonna talk about that. But other than that, yeah, I don't necessarily see him going to any of them cold weather teams like the Jets or Carolina. I agree with Wallstreet as far as I think Carolina gonna go young as far as trying to get their franchise signal caller, because they haven't drafted a franchise quarterback since Cam Newton. So it's time to get the face of the franchise, and Indianapolis is like the best place I say as a fit for them, either because of the simple fact is they've been plugging quarterbacks into their system and kind of winning, with our division being so shaky and whatnot. So I say the best fit probably be the Colts or New Orleans, because he got familiarity with their head coach, Allen.
Yep.
Has the coach got a coach yet?
Huh?
Has the coach named the head coach yet?
Yeah.
They got the OC from Philadelphia.
Universe, Drew to the game.
Yo.
He asked if I can get a diploma, if I can write a essay of that analysis. He talking about you, Drew.
Hey, man, write it up. Let's see what you got, man. We'll love to talk about it. Absolutely.
Oh, man. All right, man. OG, Derek Carr, man. Where this guy should land? What do you think, man? What's the best spot? And for right now, if you heard, man, you got Tampa, New Orleans, the Jets, Rock said the Colts. I mean, where this guy can go?
Man, you never. I mean, for as long as he played with the regular organization, you would never thought this would happen to him. I mean, when you talk about quarterbacks that played in a team that, as long as he's played, I think 10 years, I really feel like when they're at the breach of their career like that, they have to be put on teams that just They have to be not teams that's contending, not teams in the middle, but teams that just on the brink. And the only team that I can say is a swap out with him and Brady. I mean, the team would be tailor-made for him down in Tampa Bay. The receivers and, that's basically what pretty much the swap out would be just as good. I don't see the Jets. I can see that they surprised us last year. They're an up-and-coming team, but I don't think he needs to be on the up-and-coming team. He needs to be on a team that just right here, touching the ceiling. I think Tampa Bay is just that team for him. I think that's the perfect fit for him.
So you're basically saying he need to play with veterans?
No, not basically saying with veterans, just the pieces that's there. He don't need to be playing on growing teams. As far as his NBA career, as far as he been in there, he don't really have time for maybe 3 or 4 year growth. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't look at the Jets being a team that's ready right now. I think they showed us that they're a team that's up and coming. Jacksonville is a team that's up and coming. But they show promises. But for a veteran like that, it's kind of remind me of like the Favre thing. When he came to Minnesota, the team was just ready. It had pieces for him. All he had to just come. And
That's
so I think Tampa would be a good place for him. All he just come. And it's just kind of like the team is just tailor-made for him. Well, just like, it wouldn't be no fall off in far as his years in career, because if you go somewhere else that's building, that'll take some time. And I don't know how long that would last for him being at the stage of his career. So I would say Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Well, it'd be good down there because you got the division. Ain't nobody's strong in that division, but they need to bolster that offensive line.
That's wide open.
Yeah.
Tampa, they need
no, not Houston. Houston is not going to get him. No, Houston's not going to get him.
I think the Jets right there, man. I think they're right on the cusp of winning. I think
I don't think they're there yet.
Garoppolo going to the Jets. I think either Aaron Rodgers or Garoppolo going to the Jets because the Jets got a defense.
They early
made. It's just that Derek Carr, he too frigid in cold weather. Like Mark said, like that brother don't play well in cold weather.
And that New York media might have him crying.
Yeah.
What you got, Drew, to the game?
I'd like to add, since we on the Jets, right? Like it makes sense what they're doing with scouting or at least doing their due diligence on a veteran quarterback. But I still think the Jets, they got the cap space, which we all know the cap is capped. And players on offense, they got the young players on defense that are great. They're great. I think the Jets, with their draft capital and the position that they have and the draft picks that they have, I wouldn't be too surprised, folks. Mark my words. If they move up in the draft, whether it does or it doesn't work out with them getting a veteran quarterback, watch the Jets move up and try to make a play on C.J. Stroud from Ohio State. You link him back up with his old wide receiver that he had, Wilson, that running game, and that defense. Just saying. That's my GM hat thinking, though, for the Jets.
That's a lot of capital to move up. With the Jets,
that's a lot of cap. I think the Jets could do that because they got a lot of picks. They got a lot of picks.
Top 15 with a lot of picks, and they might even be in the top 10. You can swap out.
He's going number 1, ain't he? Didn't y'all think Stroud going number 1?
No,
depends on it. Depends on Chicago trade that pick.
Roll Tide. Chicago going to trade.
No, Bryce probably go one.
They'll either trade it or they'll trade it to the Texans. So the Colts don't move up. The Colts and the Texans will be in a bidding war to get that first pick because they both need a quarterback, right? The Texans will move up. They would move up so they can get Bryce Young and match him up with his old wide receiver, Mechie. You know what I mean? And if the Colts move up to number 1, then it's just they're gonna take the best out of the two that they think between Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud. Will Levis been mentioned? His name's been thrown around that top 10.
Caleb Williams didn't come out,
but
Caleb
Williams not
eligible
next year. Okay.
Yeah. Y'all take Bryce 1 if y'all was the GM. Y'all taking him as your quarterback?
Caleb?
Y'all taking
Caleb
Bryce?
Williams?
No,
Oh,
Bryce.
Bryce?
Y'all
Oh, Bryce
draft.
Young?
Oh hell yeah!
Really?
Yeah, I take
I
Bryce.
don't know.
I'll
No,
take Bryce.
no,
I
What's
don't know
no,
about
no
that.
hesitation.
in the league?
I take Stroud. I take Stroud over Bryce Young.
Yeah,
That-
me too.
Yeah,
Just
Stroud
because
is
Bryce getting that. I mean, Bryce getting that pro style head coaching from Nick Saban.
But he
You
don't
know
have
what
the
I'm saying?
athleticism like
Bryce,
Stroud.
He
Yeah.
he can move. He just passes.
Bryce.
I
He
just
can-
think
Yeah,
he
he
too
don't.
he like Devontae Smith in the quarterback body,
He
yo.
needs
He too
to go.
frail. Like,
He need to
Yeah.
be.
yeah, they gotta get in the weight
Yeah,
room. 'Cause they both
it
do.
don't matter. It don't matter. That man's central nervous system does not work.
If he put on like
Like
30 pounds, but like in the combine, like bulk up, I can see him going number one. If Bryce, what's his name again?
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
Bryce
Okay,
Young.
I was thinking. I didn't want to say Harper. That's a baseball player, but yeah, Bryce Young. If he bulk up, get like 30 pounds during the combine or his pro day, and he throw accurately in his pro day, yeah, I can see him being number one. But off his just measurables right now, I wouldn't draft him number one if I was a GM. Just off his
I'm
measurables,
taking.
athletics,
But even
him being athletic
even
alone, you know what I'm saying. But
even with his measures, we watched him play against the top quality teams for
That's
what
college.
3 years?
That's college.
yeah, but who they really outside of Georgia? Who Alabama really played for real the last outside of Georgia?
Yeah.
Okay, so you okay?
Tennessee.
So,
Ole
so
Miss.
No,
Tennessee,
hell
Ole
no.
Miss.
Hell
Come on
no.
now,
I,
Back to the
y'all
NFL.
oh,
spanking
Back to the
hold
NFL.
on,
LSU every
hold
year.
on, hold
Hell
on.
You
no.
know what I'm saying?
Back to the
I ain't playing
Ole
NFL.
nobody
Miss,
outside of Georgia.
Out of
Ole Miss,
bounds. Throw the flag
A&M,
on the play.
Georgia,
Offsides. Real
right?
Sports
But
Y'all
Podcast.
get good competition once y'all get in the playoffs.
15-yard
oh,
penalty.
hold on. I need
Beating up
2
on
minutes.
Mississippi State on a
2
Wednesday
minutes.
night don't count.
Okay, so you say C.J. Stroud, right?
Yeah.
Who did he play for 3 years? The
Oh,
chosen of the
they go to
blind.
Michigan. They go into
Penn
Ohio
State.
State. Then play
Michigan?
Clemson. 2 out of those. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, bro.
They didn't play
Host
some
take
good
over.
teams.
Host take over.
I
Host take
mean,
All
over.
right.
I ain't Big
I
Ten biased, but
gotta get
the Big Ten they be having like
my flag at.
at least
You
4
ain't
or 5 teams
Yeah,
in
Ohio State
outside of
don't
the
play
conference in their
nobody,
division.
bro.
I mean, in the top
Ohio
25.
State play
Good.
nobody, bro.
hey,
Yeah,
you
I gotta
can't
play.
I'm
get this
saying
nowhere else. You cannot get this nowhere else. Host.
I'm just saying the NFL talent. The reason the SEC is great is because of how they considered the most NFL talent and how the
Offsides.
games are. But
T-Rock.
you know what I'm saying? Or y'all both of them teams
First
weren't
down.
really playing nobody for real, for real. That's
All
how I
right,
look at it.
let's go ahead and kill it. Let's go ahead and kill it.
Yeah,
We all
I
know
see you start getting on my tie. Leave my tie
is
alone
the best
now.
college football division. Period.
Speaking of college football, let's go to the wizard himself, man. Mr. President, our quarterback, your quarterback, Derek Carr. I love him to death, man. He's gone. What the hell we gonna do? I don't know. It's just I don't know what we're gonna do. But where's Derek Carr gonna land? That's the world. The world wants to know that. That is like the biggest question right now in the NFL. Where is Derek Carr going to land?
I just want to say before I answer that question, I blame Washington for this, and I will forever, for the rest of my days, hate that organization with every fiber of my being. This is entirely their fault that we're in this position. That aside, I don't know who I can't. I hate to do this, and I know I lead the league in it. I cannot disagree with Q-dogg more, truly. Q-dogg, you my guy, but Tampa ain't it for Derek Carr. Tampa's basically on the edge of the desert. They need a rebuild desperately. Like their entire roster is aged out. They're in salary cap hell. They really don't have anybody left on their roster. So I personally would hate for Derek to go from the Raiders to Tampa because he would have nobody to work with on either side of the ball at that point. Somebody else on the panel said my man Derek Carr led the league in interceptions or threw a lot of interceptions. I believe the quarterback of America's team that played absolutely horrible in the playoffs against the 49ers led the league in interceptions this year, but I could be wrong.
I told you go get you.
You're wrong.
Dakota.
You're
I
wrong.
told you go get you.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Josh Allen led the league in interceptions, I think.
Yeah, he don't. My boy
Well,
don't throw them many interceptions, but Carr over his career, he's been known to throw picks.
He's a soldier.
anywho,
More so than Dak has
He's
been
a
known.
soldier. He's a soldier.
Okay,
anywho, the one thing that Derek Carr is that Dak Prescott is not is the leader of men and the leader of a football team. So in my opinion, there is a team in the NFL with
Yeah.
culture issues that needs to turn around and needs to really rediscover that winning culture that they haven't had since Andrew Luck abruptly retired. And I side with my man T-Rock on this, and that's why he's my dog. I would personally like to see him in Indianapolis just because he gets to play in a dome when he's at home, so he doesn't have to deal with the cold. And then when he's away on the road, he's playing against teams in warm weather environments. That plays to Derek's strengths. As I've stated many times before in the show, Derek Carr is not a cold weather quarterback. It's just the fact of life at this point. We saw it for years. We could never win on the road in Kansas City when we had to go play them with him, unless it was early in the season during the day. Every time we went to the East Coast to play the New York teams or to play Washington, he stunk up the joint. So I don't want Derek Carr to play in the cold because whoever signed him, you're wasting your cap money at that point. So I personally believe if Indianapolis would be the best fit for him based on the weapons they have on that team, both of the running game, the receivers, the defense is pretty straight. I think they need to retool their offensive line a little bit. But as we saw in Jacksonville and in Kansas City over the past couple of years, rebuilding the offensive line isn't as difficult as people make it seem like it is. So if it was me, I would want to see Derek suiting up in the blue and white in Indianapolis.
The Colts.
All right, Mark, hold up, Mark. He a leader, man. Listen, young coach crying on that team, man. How he a leader of men? You know what I mean? I don't want my leader crying before we gotta go play a game or after we play. I don't want to see that. That's just not what I want to see in my leader.
So let me ask you a question, Wallstreet. Let me ask you a question. Was Terrell Owens a captain on y'all team when he was with y'all?
The leader of that team.
But was he a captain? Was he a captain?
Too emotional.
Was he a captain? You avoiding the question. Was Terrell Owens a captain?
My quarterback.
So if Terrell Owens was a captain, that means he was elected to that position because the teammates he had in that locker room viewed him as a leader of that team. So therefore, your leader was on national TV crying about his quarterback.
I never seen T.O. as a leader. He may have been one of the leaders, but I don't think
he was voted as a captain on that team. His teammates obviously thought he was a leader.
One of the
you got to get voted captain. You don't get appointed captain.
Yeah, one of the captains. But Romo and Witten, those were the leaders of that team, and they won't crying after the game. T.O. was just too emotional. Everybody knows T.O.'s emotional. He's a little up and down. You can't have an emotional leader. I don't want my leader emotional. I want him even keel. You know what I mean? So therefore, I don't want my leader crying. But after a game, maybe cry by yourself. I ain't saying you can't cry. You can't cry in front of the group. Okay, you can't do that.
Due to the game.
All right, I just add, something.
Smiley, what up, Smiley? What up, Smiley? And the Dallas Cowboys. What up, Smiley?
What up, Smiley?
What up? Due to the game. Go ahead, brother.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to bring to light something we might have overlooked or maybe even forgotten. Not counting this year, the year prior, the Las Vegas Raiders, Derek Carr more specifically, was going through a tsunami of a storm from start to finish.
Amen.
Amen. I mean, you tell me where you want to start with all the issues they went through, and
talk about it, Drew.
That locker room together. Only one
Preach.
Person. Maybe if you have more than one, you might can do it on both sides. But in that locker room, it was Derek Carr. He kept it all together. He was the glue, the super crazy glue. And I mean, you have the firing wide receiver getting some mess. Was that the year before, or was that
that was same year? Same year.
You got that.
Continue on, Pastor. Continue on.
Then the stuff with the coaches. You know what I mean? And and they still made the playoffs and almost beat the arrogant hockey bungle.
Man,
I mean,
Drew to the game gonna have me shouting up in here, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
That's just something that stuck out with me. I like Derek Carr. I think it's unfortunate what happened, with him leaving that team for putting in that much time and work. And I'm probably a little more closer to this because I don't know what the hell my Ravens think about doing, but you know what I mean? So, like, I can see you having a talented QB, a leader of men, and letting them walk out the door. And my team is they're on the cusp of doing that. So that's why I'm partial to this topic. Derek Carr is a leader of men.
Amen.
Mark about to start speaking in tongues.
Facts. Put some respect on Derek Carr's name, man, for real.
Oh my God, Derek Carr. I don't know what all this fanfare for Derek Carr come from. I really don't, man.
It's no different than the fanfare for Tony Romo. He wasn't great, but he did the best what he had to do with no offensive line, and he stayed alive.
Excited.
So time out. Hold on.
Derek Carr to Romo.
Let me gear up here.
Go ahead. I'm asking you.
Let me gear up here about Derek Carr. Street. Get your pencil and paper ready.
Take him to school.
And we all know Derek Carr is the best thing since we had Rich Gannon. Those of you know Rich Gannon was the 2002 NFL MVP, took us to the Super Bowl, #1 offense in the league. But Derek Carr, man, when you say leadership, again, like Drew to the game said, we lost our head coach and we lost our star wide receiver in the same month. Well, actually in 1 month span. And we still went to the playoffs. No shade at Blue to the game, but we played the Baltimore Ravens and they played us to the teeth. And boy, we beat them in overtime, but it was on Derek Carr's throw. We beat the Dolphins in overtime because of Derek Carr. All these overtime wins and these great wins, even with the Chargers, Derek Carr took us down the field.
Didn't he also do that in Texas in Jerry's world against the Dallas Cowboys that same season?
And our best receiver that game was Darren Waller, our tight end. Darren Waller went out in the second. He was gone the second half. So all we had was Deshaun Jackson.
That was the Thanksgiving game, right?
Yes, sir.
It was due to the game. Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was. I mean, when you say leader, I mean it's Derek Carr all the way. And that's why he's so emotional. That's why he said what he said in the Pro Bowl, where he said, and everybody says it's a smart remark, but I mean the man got feelings. And now let me break this down with this crying thing, because everybody say, oh, he cries. We all men, and let's just say we all have daughters. Wallstreet, you got a daughter. Your daughter gonna get married one day. When she come out of that aisle, guess what you gonna do?
I cried at my wedding when my daughters came out.
You see what I'm saying? That's the reason why he cried, because he was so emotional. Not because he lost.
I don't know if
it's the drive. It's the drive. Derek Carr has some Mamba mentality inside him. So he likes to win. He plays with his heart on his sleeve, as they used to say with Kobe Bryant. That's why he was up there crying, and he was so emotional because he really wants this team to progress. He really wants him as a quarterback. He really wants to get better, but we're just in a situation that we just can't win. But it's not because we're losing. But the T.O., like somebody said, T.O. did the same thing. He did the same thing. That's my quarterback. Because he had love for Tony Romo, and he had a connection with Tony Romo. Derek Carr got a connection with the game, and he got a connection with the Raiders. So that's why the emotions went out. As I said, that with the crying, because everybody said, "Oh, he cried."
And when he was doing it, maybe doing it, when you by yourself, Derek Carr.
Smiley said the Eagles lost. Reddy Red, what's up, Reddy Red?
What's going on, dog? That's my host. Right there. I don't want to say that. That's my host. That's my host right there, dog. That's my host.
The boy Mark said,
he's a Cowboy. He's a Cowboy fan. You know how they do, man. He's a Cowboy fan, man. So
hey, cover up, Wallstreet. Cover up. You got
we can.
GC, you got something before we go on to the next subject? Oh, you got something to do to the game?
Yeah, just quick. GC, you want to go first?
No, you go ahead. Go ahead, DJ.
I'll keep it short and sweet. Any and everybody that's played any sport and never won a championship game at some level, more than likely has cried.
Oh, yeah.
Tears of joy, happiness, excitement for pushing.
I cried when we beat the Titans in the AFC Championship game when we went to the Super Bowl. I cried. Shit. We're going to Tampa. We're going to beat Tampa. And I cried afterwards. I cried afterwards.
To put a bow on it, Post.
Word.
To put a bow on it, I think that the reason why somebody said that Derek Carr isn't a leader is because they're upset that the Raiders lead the all-time series against their favorite team.
Oh, yeah.
We've beaten them more than they've beaten us. So.
The Cowboys? Yeah, we got them.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Cowboys. There's no shade. There's no Raider Cowboy. Hold on.
I'm throwing shade.
He throwing shade, but we got no beef against the Cowboys. In the 70s, when we was beating cats up, y'all Cowboys, y'all escaped that wrath. We took it out on the Steelers.
And then my man dropped a touchdown wide open in the end zone. But carry on.
Yeah, man. He said I cried at the parade. Ready Red said I cried at the 92 parade. I feel you, bro. Cowboys won. Let me tell you about another time I almost cried, man. When that man right there went across that stage, man. When that man went across the stage, man. I was up at the very top, and I seen that man get that from him. I wanted to say, Q. I wanted to. I said, that's my dog right there, boy. My dog did it. That's a crying moment.
Yeah,
that's a crying moment, man. Yeah, man. GC, what you got, bro?
I mean, I was gonna talk about Tony Romo, but I'm gonna leave it alone. So.
Oh, Romo. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It was something Drift has said. It kind of like hit a little nerve. But I was like, I could bypass this one.
Oh, okay. So I mean, you got it, or you gonna let it go? What you gonna do?
I'm gonna let it go.
You gonna let it go? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next subject here. Let me add this before I go. Derek Carr never had a top 20 defense. He put up points, but defense always give up points. So I just want to throw that in there too.
I mean, you want to be real about it. He never had a stable organization.
Cosby and all them boys, y'all giving up points, man.
Yeah.
Y'all went and got all them boys. The boy from Clemson. Y'all had some ballers out there.
You did, but they just didn't show up on the field.
I was gonna say, when the hell did Keelan Farrell show up?
Nah, he showed up.
They wanted Josh Allen, but he came to Duval.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We almost had Michael Parsons, but Denver moved up, and then Dallas got him. So,
hey, he wanted to be there. He always been a Cowboy fan, Michael Parsons.
Yeah, he was so be him.
Didn't the Raiders get a corner from Clemson?
Oh, Trayvon Mullins we got from Clemson. Romo beat the Saints when they were undefeated, y'all. Super Bowl year.
Lord.
Okay.
We signed Mullins for our practice squad.
Trayvon Mullins?
Do you think?
Oh, okay.
That loss ain't phased me. I was like, okay.
Y'all was undefeated that year one.
Yeah, we were 13-0.
Yeah, that show did.
And then we lost to the Cowboys, and then we set our starts for the next two games.
That's what a loss to the Cowboys do to you. You know,
hey, GC.
Y'all want a cookie for that game? Because y'all do that.
You said a cookie.
Hey, GC, notice how they celebrating winning a small battle when y'all won the war. Like,
what?
Oh, yeah, they won Super Bowl.
Look, man,
they celebrating week 15. I'm in the playoff hosting up trophies. Like, come on, bro. End of the day, I'm gonna speak on it now. End of the day, Tony Romo's still garbage. Don't even matter.
Tell him,
Top
baby.
5 O-line.
Tell him,
You had 3 linemen that were top 2 in their positions, and you can only come out 8-8. Please.
Oh, Wallstreet.
That's for the head coach, Jason Garrett.
Wallstreet about to be the head heel.
No, it don't even matter. Don't even matter.
Wallstreet is a heel.
Hey, but we always go in there and whoop up on the Saints. That year we went in there and y'all scored like 8 points or 6
Not
points.
true. Not true. It's always been close with the Cowboys and the Saints.
Always going there and whoop them up. It don't matter who we got.
Y'all ain't whoop Bridgewater.
Yeah.
Teddy, 2 gloves.
Yeah, Bridgewater got y'all because
Yeah.
it went 5-0
Like,
when Breeze went out.
Yeah, y'all beat us when we had Taysom Hill at quarterback.
I'm
Like,
leave that alone.
that
We
ain't
stay out of that
hard,
fight.
bro. That's not hard.
Hey, man.
The entire league can beat us. You could take the Cleveland Browns from their 0-16 year, and they would have beat us that same game.
Look at GC.
Like,
Man.
what do you want from Taysom Hill at quarterback?
Let me get this man a solo. Let me get this man a solo, bro.
They
I ain't never heard GC go off like this.
Because I was at that game, and we did quarterback draw like 4 times straight. And I got up and I left. I was like, I could do this on Madden, and I could watch this on TV. Like, what? We're not gonna win that. I knew we was gonna lose that game. I was there,
Mr. President.
for quality
What
time.
the hell going on here?
Fun, you know.
Hey, man. I've been on the receiving end of GC's football tirades before.
I ain't never heard GC go on a rant, bro. This is my first time, boy. GC on a rant, bro.
I'm gonna stay out of it.
Nah.
I'm staying out of it.
Check him out, man. Street mess with everybody today.
Hey, man.
It's all right, man. We gonna see.
And I got one man in my eye targets. He's in my crosshairs today. He's a little quiet.
Oh, you talking about the champ? You talking about the champ? You talking about the champ right there?
Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it, baby. Don't do it. Don't get it now.
For the fans of the show, I just want to say we appreciate y'all being with us. The Wall Street dog, you better bring it today because you approaching D-Rec and G territory, dog.
Listen, I watched you the other day. I was trying to be on your side, you know. I was trying to be with you.
Yeah.
But you let me down a lot. And Q-dogg coming with the smoke. So I need you to at least come with the smoke today.
You gotta come with the smoke today, baby. All right, the next subject I want to get at real quick, man, is we still in the NFL, and then we'll jump to the NBA real quick. But Rex Ryan is the top candidate to be the Denver Broncos defensive coordinator. Now, my question is to the podcast panel, man. Could this be a hit or a miss for the Denver Broncos? And let's start off with Rockstar.
I think Rex Ryan need to stay where he at on Get Up in the morning or doing NFL Live
with the white ass teeth,
or with NFL Countdown during the season. They do not need to let this man on the sideline. Seriously, like we already got too many broadcast booth people coming. Like they trying to give Dan Orlovsky a job.
Yes, I seen that. I'm like
this dude was a bum at the quarterback, where he can read something off a you know what I'm saying? It's easy to read defenses when you're looking at it from.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I was, no pun intended. That's why Romo was so great at his commentary for a little bit, because. Yeah. Like, dang, this man can read defenses, but when he was out there quarterbacking, man.
Right. That's what I said. That's what I said. Tony Romo, don't get it wrong. Tony Romo is good. Tony Romo's good. He can say this and he can say that and play this, but this is the same Tony Romo that was getting up with chunks of turf in his helmet.
Yeah. So, I mean.
What? The man, Tony Romo said he was in the booth. He was like, a slant is coming here. And the slant came. I'm like, okay. But when you were at quarterback, no. No, you do know what that slant.
Wait. It's Romo slant.
I'm done.
I said it's Romo slant.
But I don't think Rex Ryan should come out. I think he should stay in the booth, continue to do what he's doing. Like it's another good defensive coordinator out there that can go hand in hand with Sean Payton. I don't think he needs Rex Ryan.
Wade Phillips is a head coach, sir.
I know, but Wade Phillips, I swear,
who knows? They might get rid of Todd Bowles or Lovie Smith can come in there and be Denver defensive coordinator.
Lovie Smith. But Sean Payton is really, 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 really trying to get Rex Ryan. So we'll see. We'll see on that. Drew to the game. What you think? Excuse me.
I'd have to agree with Mr. T. Rock. He needs to stay in the booth. Just stay in the booth. And the time done passed. He's good where he's at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wall Street.
Well, I'm gonna have to disagree with y'all, man. I've always been a Rex Ryan fan, actually. You know what I mean? I like his defense. I think he was a great defensive coordinator when he was with the Jets. Man, their defense was solid. You know, everywhere he's been, actually, their defense always played well.
He was the head coach.
Sean Payton wants a veteran defensive coordinator, I believe. You know what I mean? I think he wanted a veteran defensive coordinator. And I mean, just because you haven't, done it in a while, I don't mean that he hasn't been studying and probably learning more from, like y'all say, just watching it. You can learn a lot more from just watching it. So I'm gonna go with Rex, man. I like his temperament. I like he's aggressive, and I think he got a talent. I like Rex to be my something about the veterans I like, So I like the move.
Okay. GC.
I think there's better out there, but I mean, you gotta think Sean Payton at one point had Greg Williams as his DC, so I'm not surprised he's looking in the Rex. But I mean, if he want him, he gonna get him. So that's just a Sean Payton thing.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with GC on that. Definitely agree, Mr. President.
I can't believe after that last segment I'm saying this, but I agree with Wall Street 100%. I don't know what drew to the game and T-Rock is on, but I mean, literally from Baltimore to the Jets to the Bills, everywhere Rex Ryan was at, his defense was always hidden. It was when he had to worry about the offense where he kind of faltered a little bit. But if you can get him in the building and let him like solely focus on defense, yeah, he'd be a hit. I mean, the dude is a very sharp football mind. I mean, not to brag on him, but he's the son of one of the greatest defensive coordinators in NFL history, who also happened to be an Oklahoma State alumni. Go Pokes! But
here we go.
Rex Ryan, I would love to have Rex Ryan as a defensive coordinator. Hell, I'd love to have him as a head coach if I'm being real. But yeah, Rex Ryan, I would whole life love to have Rex Ryan.
Whoa. Okay, as a head coach.
Rex, yeah. Look, he used to coach for the Baltimore Ravens on defense. I love the guy too. I just think it's time to pass. It's a new day. It's a new. That old style of coaching.
Yeah, they can't get away with their style of defense.
So due to the game, I have a question for you then, dog. Since you said the time has passed. Yeah. Did people say that when Coach Vermeil quit the Eagles and it took like almost 20 years off and came back with the Rams? Did anybody say that then?
How old was Vermeil then?
Vermeil was, I don't know.
Man, he got to be up in the 60s by then.
By then, he had it.
Yeah, he got to be up in the 60s by then.
And Dick Vermeil, people wanted to play for him on both sides of the ball. He was that guy that would just gravitate to you and pour all his energy into you, and you feel compelled to give it back. Rex Ryan ain't that dude. He's not that dude. He's like, this is the plan. I
ain't hear nobody say, I grew up wanting to play for Rex Ryan on defense.
Yeah.
I mean, I did, but
OG, what you think?
No, I think he'd probably be better off in the booth. One name that I think that should be mentioned that they had their time together in Dallas, I think Mike Zimmer. I mean, they was together in Dallas, and
good point.
Mike Zimmer, he's known for his defense, and he hadn't been too many years out the league, so I think that's probably a good fit for him, Mike Zimmer.
Yeah, and he had like some family pass, like his son or something. His son died.
Yeah, his son passed away.
Had to help get him where he'll be at,
Yeah, but there were some times in Dallas together back when Bill Parcells was coach back then in Dallas.
Okay, so Rex. Some people say, some of y'all say Rex Ryan should stay in the booth, and some say Mark said that he should be out on the field, take him as head coach.
It's split.
I'm gonna say he needs to stay in the booth too. And like Rock says, it's easier to talk about it right there while you're in camera than to actually be right there on the field. And Rex Ryan been away from the game for quite a while now. It's like Gruden. Gruden came in. He's been gone from the game for a long time, and he tried to come in and try to keep up with try to have the Raiders keep. It was just like the game passed him by so long. And I think with Rex Ryan, the game done passed him by so long. And granted, I know he's part of that Ryan, family tree branch or whatever, but it just ain't working for him. It's not even working for Rob. And Rob is with us as a defensive like specialist, like an analyst, and it's not working for us because everybody knows the Raiders defense is terrible, and we got a Ryan to basically help us out on that. Rex Ryan, he was now one thing, huh?
Rob ain't never been confused for Rex at all. You know what I mean?
No.
I would ask y'all this: why y'all think the defensive game? I mean, what are they doing on defense now in the league that Rex Ryan is? That's so complicated that Rex Ryan can't. They run
not really nothing.
He's in the league now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of cover threes.
They used to let the defense be physical. Defense can't do that now. They always
you can still be physical. You just can't be you just can't target people. It's still physical defense. 49ers has a physical defense.
Yeah,
I'm talking
that's
about
true.
And when wide receivers is running down the field, you can't
jam them.
But when you grab that jersey, that's when they throw that flag. Now you can't even touch him going down the field.
It's very true. Q.
But you can still make them. They can still play physical.
I was gonna say the only coach I ever known to leave the game, retire from the game, and came back like he never left was Joe Gibbs.
Oh God, yeah.
For the Redskins.
Oh God. Yeah.
Didn't he retire?
You hear me?
George Seifert?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think he won anything.
He retired and went into racing, and he came back when he came back like he never left.
Joe Gibbs did. Yeah, Joe Gibbs did. It's true.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the same way with Bill Parcells. It's the same thing with Bill Parcells, and he came back with the Cowboys and really do nothing.
Well, hold on, that one for my boy Romo dropping that ball, we would have been in the playoffs.
That's a Cowboy with excuses. I was just messing with you, Wallstreet. But I feel
you couldn't trust him at quarterback, so you trusted him at receiver for a play.
I'm just fooling with you, Wallstreet. But Rex Ryan, man, I don't know. Now I agree with what Mark said about being a head coach. I think he'll be a hell of a head coach because one thing about Rex Ryan, he has a voice, and he can speak it, and he can get you fired up. Like he's that type of guy. I mean, don't forget now. He had the Jets in the AFC Championship game back to back years, back to back. So I mean that's good right there itself. I just don't see him. Man. I don't see him making it. I just don't. I don't. Stay in the booth, bro. Stay in the booth.
We reached that point in the show, host.
Yeah.
I got to disagree with you. You brought up Coach Gruden and like how he took time away from the game and came back. Team management aside, Gruden's specialty was offense. And truth be told, when Gruden took over after he dismantled the team, every year that he was our head coach, the offense was getting better and better and better. And he made some horrible trades, but the offense was clicking with him and Derek. I'm just saying.
But we went 7-9 his first year.
And then the next year we had a better record. And then the next year after that, we had another better record.
But
the record
the second year we were 10-7.
We went 7-9, then we went like 8-8 because of the last year, the 16-game season, and then we went 10-7. So every year that he was there,
But that 10-7, he was gone.
Yeah, true.
So he didn't really do shit for us. But I take that back because he did do something for us. He brung fire. He brung fire. He did that. Knock on wood if you're with me. You know what I'm saying.
I think some coaches are better off as specialists on a certain side of the ball.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think in Coach Ryan's case, Rob Ryan, no disrespect, Rob Ryan's the knockoff Rex Ryan, but if you get the real deal, genuine Rex Ryan, and just let him specifically focus on defense, he's gonna bring you some results. I'm just saying.
How you gonna tell that man Twin is the knockoff of him, yo? That's messed up.
Because Rob on specifically on the coaching side of things, like not on a personal note. Because again, I don't disrespect children of Oklahoma State alumni, but Rob Ryan as a defensive coordinator is not anywhere near the level of Rex Ryan as a defensive coordinator. Not even close.
Mark crazy as hell.
He put down the Twin, didn't he? He was a knockoff of his brother, yo.
Rob Ryan had Dallas defense
all over the place.
All over the place, bro. He did.
You can't say that.
He had the Saints.
Restaurant defense.
He did the same thing with the Saints. He did the same thing, bro. Like, just look, just because you're Ryan and you got that name doesn't mean that you're gonna be all that. Granted, Buddy Ryan, again, you pointed that out, one of the greatest defensive mind ever. That 46 defense, nobody ever seen it before with the Chicago Bears. Nobody. But that shit only lasted 3 years.
Maybe about 2-3 years, yeah.
Yeah,
they still had it on the old Madden games for Chicago back in the day, though.
Yeah, nobody can't run. Ain't no way you can run a 46 this game. Not this.
Yeah, you can't now.
Hell no.
I mean, you might see a little sprinkle of it though.
There'll be 73-0. 73-0. But Mr. President, hey, there you go. Hey, it won't be a show without it, bro. I disagree with the host.
All right, I got a quick question.
Yes, sir.
If we got time.
Yes, sir.
How you feel about Eric Bieniemy moving to Washington?
Yeah,
we actually was gonna go there. Hey, we can go there right quick. Go ahead. We can go there right quick.
Oh,
I was gonna say that, but no, it's fine. We can go there. I'm gonna say thumbs up, and I'm glad he got a chance. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm glad he got a chance.
Now he can be out from under Andy Reid.
Exactly.
Questions now.
Exactly.
And assistant head coach too. They gave him that.
Yes, sir. So
basically,
he's about to be Ron Rivera's
replacement.
Predecessor.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Ron Rivera and them go 3-6. He out of there. They gonna move.
I think Ron Rivera is gonna hang it up anyway. I think he's about to hang it up anyway.
Riverboat Ron.
Yeah, Riverboat Ron. But I'm sorry, Mr. President Q, due to the game, what y'all think about that? GC's question, real quick.
I think
I really feel that. I think it sucks too. I really think that as long as this man been around, I think the only thing I can see him want him to have is a head coaching job. But if this gonna get him close to it, then it's okay.
Okay.
But I'd rather see him get a head coach. He's been assistant too long.
Yeah, he's probably gonna get Washington. He'll probably be Washington's head coach soon. He probably so. And like Rock said, if they go 3-6, they're gonna give him the boot anyway. So Smiley said Eric moving is a big mistake on his behalf. If he became head coach, he would be fired in 2 years.
I mean, but at least he would have had a shot.
Yeah, at least he would have had a shot. I think we're not looking for his success. We're just looking for him to get a chance.
Yeah.
Instead of this being interviewed and then don't get a second interview.
You see, I'm just glad Kellen Moore gone. Yeah, I agree with you. And how Philly lose both coordinators and Eric Bieniemy can't get ahead. Oh man, that's a whole nother subject right there, Smiley.
Oh man, you talking?
I'm glad Smiley brought it up because like the reason I say this sucks in particular for Eric is I want to dismantle this so bad. The biggest BS excuse in the NFL today is you can't get a head coaching job if you come from the offensive side of the ball under Andy Reid. That did not stop Chicago from hiring Matt Nagy to take over as head coach, and it didn't stop the Eagles from hiring Doug Peterson to be their head coach. So that is the worst argument in all of sports right now, and I really need people to cut it out. Just say what it is. Just say you don't feel like he's head coach material. You don't trust him because of the color of his skin. Like, just come up with something else because the Andy Reid excuse is total BS.
Oh, yeah, big time. I agree with you, Mark. I agree with you on that. Go ahead, Drew, to the game.
I did. Oh, go ahead, Drew.
Go ahead, Drew.
Appreciate you. On that note, like everybody deserves an equal chance, and as far as I know from what I've been doing with my research, I've seen that he's had multiple interviews. But also you check the other side when you talk to some of the players that he's coached, the places that he's been, not everybody gets along with him. And then you got the other part with Andy Reid. Does Bieniemy call the plays or does Andy Reid call the plays? That chat has been going back and forth. And it's like Andy has his input or Andy calls it and then, Eric takes part of it, whatever. So I think with all of those extra factors and questions that might play a part in why he hasn't gotten second interview yet. I hope it's be, but that might be a reason. I don't think it's the reason. You know, it's neither here nor there.
That's neither here nor there. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Ready Red said, yeah, we all know here why Eric B ain't got a note. Oh yeah, oh absolutely. Soriano too. Yeah. Eric will be fine. I think Ron will get fired, and maybe Eric gets head coach when that happens. And he was a quality control assistant quarterback coach. Yeah, I agree with that too, Ready Red. Yeah, he was. Yeah. Yeah, because they even said it in the Super Bowl, Andy Reid. And we all know, and especially Mark, we all know that Andy Reid got one of the most unorthodox play callers. He's one of the most unorthodox play callers probably ever since goddamn not Shanahan.
Mike Martz.
Who?
Mike Martz.
Mike Martz is definitely one of them. And Marty Schottenheimer.
Yeah.
Like, it's complicated as hell, like, but it's just unorthodox. Who else? Everybody else got a comment on that?
I was gonna say, LaShawn McCullough was talking about he wasn't gonna get a head coaching job because of like the way he talked to players and stuff like that. So I understood that point of it, but I feel like I'm happy for him because he got the assistant head coach title with it. But Washington isn't the place I would want to be. So I don't think Washington's going to be anywhere in a couple of years. Like, it's still going to be a bottom of the barrel team.
I hope you're right, GC.
Well, let me say something about Washington, though, because I know everybody, you ain't the only one, because even on Twitter, they're saying, I don't want him in Washington. But, I mean, it's either Washington or nothing. So you got to take what you got.
I wouldn't even say Washington
just
nothing.
Be grateful.
At the end of the day, like, I understand being grateful, but at the end of the day, as a coordinator, I'm a 2-time Super Bowl coordinator, and I can keep winning if I stay here.
Well, who knows? If the enemy goes to Washington, whatever, and time go on, maybe they build around him. Maybe he's a head coach, and maybe he can start building because he knows talent coming from the damn Chiefs, but coming from them, so he knows what's going on. I mean, I to be honest, I don't even care about his success. I'm glad that he got a chance to show his talent as far as a play caller. Same way with Brian Flores. It just came the defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm glad he got a chance with the Vikings. I'm glad. That's good. I mean, we are finally getting a chance. What I'm saying? We are getting a chance, and that's good. That's good.
I'm happy for the chance he got, but are they really gonna give him time to? You know what I'm saying? How much time he got?
Yeah, they might do him like Houston did their last two head coaches.
But it don't matter. He got a chance. He got a shot. But that's the thing. We got to look at it like this morally. He has a shot now, so it's no excuse. He has a shot.
I don't think that's valid in this case because look at the last couple of black head coaches that got fired after 1 year. They've struggled to even get another look as a head coach. I mean, like Steve Wilkes is a prime example of that.
Okay, but
didn't Dan Campbell? Didn't Dan Campbell have? Didn't he go like 9-8 or something like that and get fired? And then they brought in somebody else. And they went 9-8, and they he was the best coach in Lions history or something like that.
No, you thinking
talking about David? You talking about Caldwell? Talking about Jim?
Yeah, you talking about Caldwell and Patricia?
Yeah.
The Lions ain't had a winning record since they got rid of Caldwell.
I think. Yeah. Let me go. Q, what you got, Q?
I was just generally saying I'm kind of getting what everybody's saying, especially with Eric Bieniemy, man. He's been an offensive coordinator for so long, and still, he's going to somewhere else to do basically the same thing. It's like, it's not injected as a head coach. We want to see him be a head coach. We tired of seeing the roundabout way. That's just too long for him to get the roundabout way. You might well just stay where he was. I understand you got to take your opportunities where they come and maybe get away from Andy Reid, and maybe you're trying to say hopefully the job will fall upon him. But the job shouldn't fall upon him because his experience and what he's been there too long for that. He's been there too long for that, and that's the problem that we're seeing with African American head coaches that were not given a chance as we should. And out of 32 teams, you only have 5. So it's a problem that's ongoing. It's going to keep being ongoing until we can just give them. It just I don't know. I really don't know. I just get tired of seeing coaches like Eric Bieniemy, those who put the time in and the work in, and have been successful, being done that way. I just really feel that it's the same thing. It's not what you really wanted. To me, he's settling. That's not what you want. You want to be a head coach, but after a while, I guess you felt like this is what you're going to be. Don't give into that. If that's what you want to be, then go for what you want to be. Don't sell into something that they'll keep portraying you as, because you'll start to believe that I'm only good as a offensive coordinator, but you want to be a head coach. I'm just telling you, that's what it is for me. You should have took it, because it's the same thing we had now.
I just think that he won't gonna get the opportunity unless he got out from under Andy Reid.
Say it again, Street.
I don't think he's gonna get the opportunity from under Andy Reid's shadow. I just think that they can always hold that against him. We're gonna have it a little tougher. I know it's not fair, but we're gonna have it a little tougher. I think he got to step out from under Andy Reid's shadow. As long as he stayed there, they think Big Red called him plays, man. I don't care what anybody thinks. I think Big Red called the plays. You know what I mean?
He did.
If your claim to fame is you're the offensive coordinator and everybody's thinking that you're not calling the plays, you're gonna have to get somewhere where you strictly, it ain't no doubt that you're calling these plays. And if you get that to improve, then I think he'll move into that. I think this is a prove it type of deal. He got to get there and prove that if that offense improves mightily, then I think he gets that head coaching job. But
I'm going to agree with Street. And I know what you guys are saying, about him getting head coaching job, and I get that. But like I said, we got to be as fans, we got to be grateful, because this guy, he just got out of Kansas City, which he's away from Andy Reid now. I think he's going to get a shot, because, like, again, Ron Rivera is on his way out. I think he already said that too. This guy just battled cancer, so I mean, and I think he want to do other things as far as, because he was in the service, so he's doing more and more with that. I think he's on his way out, and I think what Ron Rivera is doing is setting up his predecessor, which could be Eric Bieniemy. Just got to see how the season goes. I think Bieniemy. I think they're going to rally behind him. The Commanders is not a terrible team whatsoever. They're not that bad. They're not to the point where they're not like Indianapolis Colts bad or Houston Texans bad. They're not on that era. They got a couple of things they need to get done.
Close.
Yeah, they did that. Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
Exactly. But that we all seen that team can rally. They beat Philadelphia. They stopped their undefeated streak. They rallied and they did that. Okay, with Bieniemy coming, he's going to be the offensive coordinator. They just got to get a quarterback. With this guy's knowledge, they're going to find that. I believe they're going to find that quarterback. Hell, it could be Derek Carr, who we know. It could be. We just never know. But I just want, me personally, I'm just glad that he got a chance, and I'm glad that he got away from the limelight of Kansas City, and now he's really going to. Even if he failed, who cares? Even if he failed, who cares? He has a shot now, and I'm glad Ron Rivera and the Commanders organization,
I can,
gave him a shot at that. Same thing with Brian Flores. Nobody gave him a shot, and then Mike Tomlin gave him a defensive linebacker's position, but nobody went messing with Flores because he stood up for himself, and nobody messing with him but Mike Tomlin. Now that's over with. Nobody still wasn't messing with Flores, but the Minnesota Vikings. You see what I'm saying? They gave him a shot. And that's all it's about. Just giving him a shot. I'm glad he got the shot. I wish him nothing but the best with, as Reddy Red said, the Commodores.
Yeah.
Go God, the Lamar. Hell no, Lamar stayed in Baltimore.
The only way I see Lamar leaving Baltimore is if he can go to
I don't
Lamar
think so.
coming down I-95.
Yeah, hell no. Lamar staying right there in M&T Bank Stadium.
Well, I
It's
don't
only,
think so.
it's only an hour and a half drive.
I don't know where
man.
Lamar going, but it's not going to be Baltimore.
No,
Sorry.
no. All right.
Yeah.
So next subject, man, we got one big old subject to talk about. Then we go into some trivia. And for the first time this year, we're going to jump into the NBA. Oh, we are opening up the NBA right now. We are jumping into the NBA. The biggest news right now in the NBA, man, is Kevin Durant has been traded to the Phoenix Suns. He has been traded to the Phoenix Suns, and Kyrie Irving has been traded to the Dallas Mavericks. So my question first two-part question to the podcast panel is, Kevin Durant's been traded to the Phoenix Suns. Will this finally be an NBA championship for Chris Paul with the addition of Kevin Durant? Let's start with the OG.
I think the key factor when you're talking to Phoenix Suns, Kevin Durant bring, and I think Chris Paul is on the last leg. If it's going to be Aiden, if he's going to step up and be dominant the way he's supposed to be, they paid him big money to keep him and everything. So I think he has to elevate his game. And if he can get on a dominant level, a playoff dominance level, like a championship type of level, I think they can really do something. But he's gonna be the key factor to me.
He's going to be the key factor. Kevin Durant.
Aiden's going to be.
Oh God! Hold that thought. OG. Hold that thought right there, Mr. President.
What's up?
Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant going to the Phoenix Suns. Would that bring Chris Paul his very first NBA championship with the addition of Kevin Durant, one of the best scorers in the NBA?
I believe it can, but the key factor between CP3 winning a title and not winning a title, in my opinion, isn't on Kevin Durant being there, but it's more so on, can CP3 stay healthy? Because CP3 has been banged up ever since they got off of that finals run a couple of years ago. CP3's been having some trouble like staying healthy and staying on the court, which you somewhat expect given his age and how long he's been doing this. But if he can stay healthy long enough to get some games under his belt with Devin and with KD, and they can get that chemistry going, and then he can stay healthy through the playoff run, I can see it. But I'm just the main concern for me on whether or not this is going to succeed is can Chris Paul stay healthy?
Good point.
And also outside of that, another question would be like, what are y'all straight on the offensive side of the ball? What are y'all going to do on the defensive side of the ball? Because I had to give up my man Crowder, who's ungodly nasty on the defensive end.
Yes.
Getting boards, doing all that good stuff.
He is.
We also got rid of Mikal Bridges, who, in my opinion, like approaching that Dennis Rodman, Draymond Green type level.
Some bitch just scored 45 points. 45. It's insane. So
I don't know, man. Between losing Bridges and Crowder, I don't know what they're gonna do on defense. But I would say the main factor with CP is can he stay on the field? Can he stay healthy?
Can he stay healthy? GC.
For me, like we talked about it a little bit last time I talked to you. Like I'm a big Kevin Durant fan, and I don't think it comes down to Chris Paul. Honestly, it comes down to Monty Williams. As I feel, like remember, Monty Williams was the New Orleans. Were we the Pelicans at the time or the Hornets? It doesn't matter. He was the coach in New Orleans at one time.
Yeah, he was the Hornets.
And that was the best defensive team we've ever had.
Absolutely.
He was the coach.
Absolutely.
Then he goes to Phoenix, and that was one of the best defensive teams they've probably ever had with him as the coach. Defensively, it's going to be figured out. And I don't think it's going to be this year. You have the Celtics. You have Milwaukee. You have they've been playing 60+ games together.
Yeah,
Phoenix has 19 games left, and KD is still hurt.
Very true, GC.
So to just throw KD in the mix and be like, figure out some chemistry in 19 games before playoffs and go win the championship. Not gonna happen.
Very
But I
true.
do think next year's gonna be on and popping.
I agree. Holy hell, GC just killed it. I agree with that. 19 games left. Yeah, I agree with that. Drew to the game.
I'm right in his coat pocket. I mean,
yeah, me too.
And what Prez said, I think health is going to be a key, but not just for Chris Paul, Kevin Durant. Something always small happens to him, and it ends up, taking him out. I think it's a good trade, but I think next year they'll be a lot more threatening than this year.
But KD is always something like a freak of nature. It's like there's always somebody falling into his leg, like in January, every time.
Yeah.
So it's prone for injury, man.
You think so?
Yeah. Sometimes you just prone for it.
So Street. So you think Phoenix, Chris Paul can grab his first championship with Red said Chris Paul the only banana boat without a championship.
Y'all saying
Mello
this year?
Word.
It's gonna be some problems. Chris getting no younger. Chris be what 38 next year?
Yeah.
30 years old. He's always have hamstrings late in the season, hamstring problems or some nagging injury always come up for. To me, his health, KD's health, and Book health, they always seem to have little nagging injuries. So I think their health is paramount. If they can stay healthy, and all things being even, if they stay healthy, then I think they got a great shot. I'm just worried about the bench. Losing Bridges was big, man.
Very big.
And a lot of people sleep on the TJ Warren pickup. TJ
Warren, yeah.
If he's healthy,
I said that.
He can
That's
score.
A fact. That's a fact.
TJ Warren was very
his old NC State product.
I knew you gonna say that shit.
Probably he can pick up some of that Mikal Bridges scoring. But I think that they sort of hurt a lot, with this move. But if everybody's healthy, KD is nuclear. And then you get the boy, Chris running the show. I'm not really worried about the offense. Monty Williams in the offense, as long as Chris Paul is in the game, he'll make that offense work. So if they can stay healthy, man, they're gonna be there. Ain't no doubt about it.
KD never got on the weights, during his career. Nah, he ain't no weight type dude.
I mean, for what? I'm 7 foot. I can shoot over anybody. I'm not backing down.
That's why they call him the Grim Sleeper. The Slim Reaper.
I'm not backing on people like Shaq. I'm just gonna shoot over you.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need no weights. T-Rock.
One thing about this topic about KD and Phoenix, they already anointing these people the champs, and they ain't even stepped on the court yet together. Same thing they did in Brooklyn. Yes. Anointed Brooklyn to win a championship, and them guys only played 16 games together. But the one thing I will say is that will keep this team together is how Chris Paul manages it. Because he gotta have the ball at the end of the game to get to set up a play.
Yeah.
And and we all know how Kevin Durant is.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant on fire, he gonna want the rock in his hand. So
give me the ball and get out the way.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
That's true,
I look at it like this. It's gonna take some time, but it all depends on how his attitude is in that locker room.
Yes, sir.
I mean, a lot of people don't understand. Yeah, he a great athlete, he a great talent. But if you got issues with individuals in your locker room, you know what I'm saying? Certain people going to look away from that. I'm like, man, we can't win with this dude regardless. I mean,
right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have cohesiveness. So I think if he's bring that same mentality that he brought when he was in Golden State, just about hooping, trying to stay out of the media, leaving the burner phone alone, staying off Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Just
word.
Because I think
he's savage on Twitter. He's savage.
Yeah, but he going to a good place that can kind of lock him away from that. He going to Phoenix.
Yes, sir.
Man, I ain't never been to Arizona, but you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's that much for him to get into the Wiz, though. You know what I'm saying? He can't just focus on getting healthy, being a great basketball player and a teammate. So, you know what I'm saying? I think he changes his narrative when he get there, but it all depends on Kevin Durant. Chris Paul, Book, and they all got the camaraderie because they already took this team to the finals. You know what I'm saying? They just needed that guy that could get them extra buckets to match Giannis. Now they got that guy in Kevin Durant. Now they just got to implement his mentality to that organization, and then they'll be fine. But I agree with my man from New Orleans though. I don't think they're gonna get it this year because if Golden State get in the playoffs, they're gonna be hungry for another one. It's a lot of good teams in the West. Golden State and the Lakers revamp their team. The Pelicans, if they get Zion back, you know what I'm saying, they might do something. So it's not just no walk in the park, though, you know what I'm saying, for the West.
You just said something. You said the Lakers, you said Golden State. And you said who else? The Pelicans?
The Pelicans, yeah. It's like a 5-game, it's 5 games. It's 5 games back between, like the 3rd seed and the 14th seed in the West or something like that. It's like a 5-game, so it's tight right now. So,
but you named those teams, and Q. That's why I told Q to hold that thought, because Q hit on something. And you just named those teams, but the difference with those teams is Phoenix have a big man, a true big man. And so my question again to the panel is, what does this do for DeAndre Ayton's game now?
Oh, elevate it to the next level for sure.
And block shots. That's all they need him to do. Rim run, block shots.
Because Golden State don't have a big man.
You don't always
the
play
Lakers
big.
Don't have a big man.
But see, the thing is,
big though.
Anthony Davis is they got Anthony Davis and Mo Bamba for the Lakers. So
facts.
And
we seen Aiden and Davis. We seen that already, and Aiden did them in. So we already seen that. So I think Q hit a home run on that. As far as DeAndre Ayton, that's why I told him to hold that thought.
Are you bringing cheers to your assholes?
I
feel like for DeAndre Ayton, you might not. Let's say you might. If you hot, you're gonna get the shots for sure.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be hot. When the Warriors had JaVale McGee, JaVale ain't have to do much. If JaVale scored 12 points, the Warriors won by 30. And if I'm Ayton, I'm taking that same approach. Like,
hell yeah,
I get what I could get. Let everybody else do that. And if they need me in the fourth quarter, I'll fill in. But I don't have to be a star. I don't need that. I just got to be useful. That's it.
Yeah. DeAndre Ayton has a sweet mid-range, and his dude is only 24 years old.
He was their top pick, though, right?
Yeah, he's only 23, 24 years old. I think 22,
you don't.
Mark.
I'm not a fan of
I think he
like age.
Yeah.
24, 25, man.
Yeah, he's young. So I mean, this is man, Q killed it. Q killed it on that one because,
DeAndre,
like I said, and Rock
is 24 years old.
24 years old. Okay, so and like I said, Rock named these teams, which is Rock. Rock is correct. I'm with Rock, but it's just one thing they don't have is that big man. Now Ayton should, and I'm just saying should because he haven't done they haven't got together on the court yet, but he should be the most dominant big man in the West. He should be.
No way
in the West.
Not over Jokic.
Not over my boy in LA.
But Jokic really a center?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, he plays like a 3, but he plays like a 3.
Ayton
don't run the court.
They run the offense.
Host, he's 7.
But Jokic is that dog at the center.
I don't care.
Between him and Embiid.
Jokic plays.
7
Jokic plays point guard though, but he plays
he a point center.
Exactly. Ayton's not that. Ayton's a banger. Him and Joel Embiid, them the 2 bangers right there in the NBA.
He might be the 4th or 5th best big man in the West, man. Ayton.
In the West?
Yeah, he ain't better than Jokic. Give me Anthony Davis. Give me Karl Anthony Towns.
Anthony Towns, all right.
Be the big man to play for.
Cat, all right. Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
These guys, listen to me. Listen to me. These guys shoot 3-pointers. They play perimeter ball. They don't play big man ball.
That's the style of the game now.
Exactly.
They can score inside.
DeAndre Ayton plays under the basket. Those guys can't play under the basket.
AD will play under the basket. AD will block that. Jokic play under the basket.
Who? Anthony
Towns, he shoots some threes, but Karl Towns can get down there and play under the basket too.
You mean Anthony Davis that when he ties his shoes, he's injured?
Oh,
Mr.
I still would take him over Aiden any day of the week. If both of them
Get out of
healthy,
here.
if both of them healthy, give me
DeAndre Ayton should be the dominant big man in the West because
don't
those
play
other centers
If he was in the East, he'd be the dominant
He
big
don't
man.
like
But
it.
he in the West.
Host,
But
host,
in the West, I'm trying to tell you,
host,
in the West, they shoot threes, bro. I'm trying to
host,
tell you, that's what they play perimeter ball.
not all of them do that. So I have to
Give
play
me
my.
one that plays back against the
I'm
basket.
about to. I have to play my disagree with the host card real quick. You know, it's just a tradition. I disagree with you, host. Can you forget Steven Adams still out there in the West, and he old
Come
school center.
on,
So
Mark. You reaching now. You reaching.
I'm reaching
Steven
for Steven
Adams?
Hey,
Steven Adams still.
The
Big man.
Grizzlies.
Would you okay. So Steven,
All right.
would you put Steven Adams on your championship squad as a center
Yeah.
or DeAndre Ayton?
Steven Adams.
I would take Steven Adams.
I take Steven Adams defensively because
Ayton disappeared in the finals last time.
Disappears all the time.
I take
At
Steven Adams because at
with
least you know
Steven,
what
I
you're
know I'm
gonna
gonna get
get
some fire
from a mentality wise defensively. You know he going
Hey, he's not
to
even
crash
better than
Bull.
Sabonis. Sabonis better than him. Give me Sabonis.
Sabonis
Oh yeah,
big
it's a
man.
bonus out of
He shoot
Sacramento.
threes.
Nah, you stretching it now.
Bro.
He
But,
shoot
I mean,
threes.
I
He
was
go
with you
inside
when
and
you
I say
said
Ayton like in the top. He in the top 5 centers for the West.
If you need a game-winning shot as a big man, who you gonna go to as a mid-range jump shot?
I'll go to Jokic before him. I'll go to AD before him. I'll go to
I'm
Cat
only going
before him.
to.
I'm going to a
I'm only
lot of
going.
before I get there.
I'm only going to Jokic.
Okay, so is Jokic?
I say Jokic.
Let me ask y'all this.
Jokic and Anthony Davis.
Let me ask you this: Is Jokic? Do Jokic get blocked? Is he top in block shots?
Who?
Because he's a big man, right? So does he get block shots?
Jokic.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I think Jokic averaged averaged like 2 blocks, maybe a block a
When
game.
have y'all seen Nikola Jokic get
I think
blocked?
the leader in blocks only average like 3 blocks a game in the NBA. They don't be getting that many blocks no more.
Exactly. Why, Rock?
Why? The game spaced out.
And they shoot a lot.
Why, Rock? Because they shoot 3-pointers.
And defense at 3 seconds.
Nick Claxton one time, Nick Claxton and Robert Williams led the league. They was going at it with blocks. Because they do not shoot 3-pointers and they play their back to the basket. Robert Williams, who's on the Boston Celtics squad, who is the best team in the NBA, and Nick Claxton with the Brooklyn Nets is one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference.
That's why Gobert used to lead the league in field goal percentage because he would get just put back. So I think Ayton up there too and put back in field goal percentage. I think he leads
to back up the host point real quick. Claxton does lead the league right now from what I'm seeing in blocks, but there is another center in the West that's not far behind him in 3rd place, and that's Jaren Jackson Jr. out of Memphis.
Oh yeah, I like him too. Yeah, I like him too.
Are there any other stats you need me to look up, host? He
threes.
He shoot threes too, but these big men can shoot threes and go inside.
And Claxton, how many blocks per game? It's like 3.5 or something like that a game, right?
Y'all not getting
right now, Claxton is 2.6.
Okay,
but if you going by average per game, right now, Jaren Jackson Jr. leads the league because he got 3.3 per game.
But listen to me.
3.5.
Good Lord have mercy. Y'all getting too caught up in the limelight here. These guys shoot 3-pointers. DeAndre Ayton is a old school, back to the rim, real center. Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Shaquille O'Neal, Tim Duncan, Patrick Ewing. The list goes on. That's what I'm saying. Alonzo Mourning. That's who DeAndre Ayton is. He can be with Kevin Durant. Listen, with Kevin Durant, he don't have to do all the shooting. He can get a lot of blocks and a lot of rebounds now. He could be that dominant, real center that's missing in the NBA.
Seen that dog in him to be that dominant real. I haven't seen that out of Ayton, man. Ayton fades away.
I'm saying because he has Kevin Durant now. I know you ain't seen it yet, but I'm talking about he has a score now. He has Devin Booker and he has Kevin Durant. to take some of the edge off. It's going to take some edge off Chris Paul too. Chris
Paul
has a great mid-range jumper. Great mid-range jumper.
I'm seeing both sides. The only thing I disagree is when Wallstreet was talking about the naming centers in the West, and then you put in Cat and Gobert. They soft, bro.
I ain't put Gobert in front of him, but I did Cat Williams.
Soft as hell.
Jokic.
It's soft, bro.
Why y'all think it's hard? When did Aiden show y'all that he's tough?
He's harder.
He's
harder than both of them put together.
Aiden went to the finals.
Listen, you can pull up him and Cat numbers. Him and Cat numbers probably comparable to each other's. He ain't better than Jokic, and he ain't better than AD. Man.
Rudy Gobert is nice. He's good. I'm not taking that away. He's another back to the rim basket guy. He don't shoot. He led the
All-star player this year.
All right.
He make All-Star team.
Hey, what you need, Wallstreet? What stats we trying to compare here, bro? What you
we can compare the scoring. We can compare the rebounding. That's what I'm comparing with Big.
We're not gonna.
With Carl Anthony Towns and
give me Cake.
Ho said we ain't going there, so
we're not gonna go there.
But
all them big centers are soft.
Big man in the
tell him, Brady Red.
In his own division. Who the big man that made Jokic? They made their All-Star team. He didn't even make the
All-Star team.
You vote for that.
It's like making a Pro Bowl.
What's better than those two players right there? He ain't better than Sabonis, Jokic, AD. Come on, there's no way y'all think he's better than AD, man.
Hey, host, can I put a bow on it?
Sure.
Outside block shots, rebound. Come on.
Just to put a bow on the conversation. I'm just going to say it. We are here comparing who better than who at this point. All the names y'all mentioned, I would love for them to come to Charlotte. So if any of y'all like free agents coming up, y'all want to come play some basketball in the Queen City, come on down, dog.
What I'm saying, I'm not comparing. Listen, I'm not comparing who's better than who. What I just said is, with the addition of Kevin Durant, again, one of the best scorers in the NBA. I don't give a shit if he injured 30 games. He's still one of the best scorers in the game. If not, this guy, Kevin Durant, is the guy that's the only guy right now that can probably contend with LeBron James' scoring record. If he stays healthy and he scores and he continues to do what he do, he can be up there as all-time leading scorer once it's all said and done. By him coming over to Phoenix Suns, it's going to take some room now off of DeAndre Ayton. The same way Kevin Durant did with Draymond Green when he went over to Golden State. That's why Draymond Green was a hell of a passer. It took what's his name, the center? Looney? Was it Looney?
Yeah, Kevon Looney.
Yeah. So it takes Iguodala the same way. It takes away. So now he don't have to work. Now DeAndre Ayton, he should. I only said should because they haven't hit the court with each other yet. But he should be the best center. Center, not fucking point guard, 3-point, half court. I'm talking about center. I'm talking about rebounds and block shots. Defense.
He got the MVP in his own league, bro. He's not gonna be the best center. Jokic is the best center. Jokic.
Okay.
Hey, DeAndre Ayton, if you want to prove host right, come to Charlotte, dog.
I don't want to point out.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're talking about the top centers in the West, and we left out a very important guy.
Yeah.
That plays down in New Orleans, and Jonas Valanciunas.
That's what I could name. I like him.
He is number 3 or 4 for sure.
Okay.
But I don't know about 3 or 4 now.
Jonas a walking double.
But I like him better than Ayton, so I will say that.
He's better than Cat. He's better than Gobert.
Please leave Anthony Davis out of this. Please.
And AD.
Out of this.
Yo, what y'all don't like about AD game?
It's not what I don't like. He's not a big man. He's not a big man like that. He's big, but he doesn't play like a big man.
He's stretch 4. AD is stretch 4.
Thank you.
But
he just played the center. He played the center position because of his height.
The fuck out, exactly.
But
when he
was
with New Orleans, he did everything with New Orleans Pelicans. He was everything. He was the point guard, the shooting guard, the small forward, the power forward, the center.
And plus, LeBron don't like playing with a back to the basket center. His length stretches the floor enough.
The NBA is missing big men.
Host,
Hakeem
It's changing.
Olajuwon.
Host, I have a
game
question
changed.
for you.
That's
I
not
know
the game
we
no
probably
more.
like Host, I know we gotta go because of time, but I have a question for you, like real quick. You keep clamoring for like the old school traditional like big man center, like similar to the guys that you just mentioned. We just seen somebody try to resurrect that, and then Golden State said, "Nah, we don't want you," and they cut him and traded him because James Wiseman was trying to bring that back, but he
Now,
never
No.
got a
hold on.
chance.
How
Hold
dare
on,
you?
Mark.
How dare you, Mark?
Hold on.
How
Come
dare
on,
you?
man.
Hold
I
on.
can't-
Mark.
How dare you?
He
I'm gonna
could done his
disagree with
debut
the
with
Mark
Detroit
Clyde
though.
Come
because
the fuck out of here.
This dude is not no good.
Wiseman?
He was a
He
bad
cooked in
draft.
Detroit though.
He shoot threes.
Nah, Wiseman.
No, not
James Wiseman don't shoot threes.
wow.
He
He's
Wiseman
back
shoot
left-handed. He
threes.
shot threes with Golden State.
Nah,
He
nah,
shot
he didn't.
threes.
He was
I
the
think
back to the basket.
Wiseman.
He shot threes when he was with Penny Hardaway in Memphis.
What's the
He
kid
shot
from Duke?
threes.
He like the last
That's
big
college
man
though.
league that they just
But
Huh?
as
Who's
far
who?
as
I can't think of his name. But the kid from Duke, he was a big guy. I thought he was gonna be a good.
Okafor?
They just faded him out the game. The game just passed him by.
Jaleel Okafor.
Okafor, yeah.
Yeah,
He was like
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
back to the
Oh,
basket.
he's, yeah, true.
but listen, Okafor got phased out the game because he was hurt most of his
They
career.
don't play the back to the basket like that too much.
And
I'm gonna
Philly
get off
had
this.
Embiid.
That's the same way. That was the same way Wiseman got traded. Wiseman only been in the league 2 years,
Wiseman, yeah, he sucked.
and
But
he's been hurt the entire time.
okay,
Yeah.
if you want to put it
I
that
feel
way.
like every team needs at least one big man who plays back to basket.
We haven't seen that. We haven't seen a true big man since Dwight Howard. We have not seen that since Dwight Howard.
I think yo big boy in Philly. I mean, he shoot a lot of threes, but he can play with his back to the basket.
Dwight Howard.
And Embiid shoot threes, but Embiid
do what? Embiid do what? Embiid do what?
He might shoot 2 or 3.
Now he don't. He shoot like 6.
Embiid go inside, mid-range, or the 3. And Dwight Howard, he didn't have no back to the basket moves. He was an offensive rebounder, block shot guy. He didn't have no up and unders, no fadeaways, or nothing like that out the post. He was more.
He's a big man, Street. He don't need to do all that.
But
he had scores around him. He didn't need to do all that.
I get it.
All right. Listen, I like this NBA talk. I like
Patrick Ewing didn't have to do that. Hakeem Olajuwon didn't have to do that. Tim Duncan didn't have to do that.
What a trivia!
I love it, man.
Go.
I love it.
Let's get it going.
Street. I love it, Street. I love it, bro. I love it.
Ready?
I love it. That's what it's about. That's what the show's about. And Street, you ain't wrong whatsoever. I'm just letting you know that in this whole debate, you're not wrong whatsoever.
It's all good, baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Next subject, real quick. Let's talk about time consuming. Lord have mercy. Kyrie Irving goes to the Mavericks. What y'all think about that? Kyrie Irving. Is this going to work for Dallas?
Defense is going to work, but I like the offense.
He's going to leave it to something.
Defense.
OG, what you think, OG?
I don't know. I mean, does he work anyway? He goes. I mean, I don't know. I mean, kind of history proves itself. I mean, I'm kind of like with you, Aaron. I mean, I'm used to the old school basketball where the ball goes inside to the center and the centers could, you get your touches. The centers average 28, 30 points a game and so many rebounds, but they have gotten away from that. You got players out here with guard minds, and you know what I'm saying, and so I don't know. It's just I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't say. I don't know.
If all these sitters are shooting 3-pointers, who's getting the rebound?
Let's don't listen up.
Steph Curry.
Oh God, that's crazy.
Hey,
that's crazy.
The old school way of basketball is during the playoffs. During the regular season, you gotta ramp it up.
Yeah.
That's why.
The regular season, everybody is the Harlem Globetrotters. See, come round 1, that's when it's real basketball.
So real quick with the
Oh, y'all forgot Bam Adebayo too as a good center.
Yeah, he is. I get it. I give you that, Rock. He is. He gets down and dirty. He reminds me of Larry Johnson.
He play hard.
He play hard.
I got a grandmama Johnson.
No doubt.
Got his jersey sitting in front of me right now, dog.
Larry Johnson, one of the all-time greats right there. Larry Johnson, man, no doubt. UNLV.
Charlotte.
But my question to the podcast panel real quick, man. Who will get the ball to win the game? Luka or Kyrie?
Luka. It's Luka's team.
Wait, you said who will we give it to?
Yeah, who would you give it to? If you was Jason Kidd.
Okay.
Depends on who's cooking and what the matchup is.
Good point.
But see, the thing with that, it doesn't matter what the matchup is for me.
I'm going Kyrie.
I'm giving it to Luka.
Kyrie hit the shot of shots in the finals. I'm going Kyrie.
He killed my Spurs.
I get that.
He killed my Spurs.
I get that. But this man Luka came out and said scoring is too easy in this league.
Whoa,
compared to overseas. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He said compared to overseas, scoring in the NBA is much easier. And we see how effortless like the effort he put into the shot. That shit, he ain't put no effort in there. So it's like, I'm gonna give it to him. Do what you do. You already 6'9" or whatever. So just go ahead and just do what you do. It's effort.
That's true. True to the game.
I think you gotta like your chances with Luka or Kyrie. So out of 5, it don't matter which one of them get it at the last moment. All you got to do is pass it to one of the other. You know what I mean? You got 2 guys to look for. They'll make the shot. Make the shot.
Similar to like Golden State. If Draymond Green gets the rebound coming down court, he got KD on one side and Steph on the other.
And Clay.
Me personally, I'm gonna throw the KD.
And Clay.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, well, out of the two, well, actually both of them, with Kyrie to end this thing with Kyrie, and I'm gonna say this with Durant. Now with Kyrie, because he's out right now with a stiff back, he cannot start. He only played 3 goddamn games. He's already out with a stiff back. Like, come on, man. Like Kyrie, he got a history of known for missing a whole lot of games.
That Texas Heat.
he got a history for missing a whole lot of games. This is gonna hurt Dallas. And as far as Kevin Durant, if this don't work out with Phoenix, this is gonna tarnish his career to me. Because here it is, you team jumping here, you jumping there, you jumping up with this guy, you jumping up with that guy. You play with Russell Westbrook and James Harden starting off, and we already know the situation. Okay. And you go to Golden State.
That was organization issues.
True. So you go to Golden State, you play with Steph Curry, the greatest shooter of all time. You win 2 championships. Okay. Now you go back east to Brooklyn and you play with one of the best point guards in the league, Kyrie Irving. That didn't work.
Oh my God.
Now you're over here with one of the greatest point guards ever, Chris Paul. So we'll see.
And I don't think he done. Because
he gotta stop. He gotta stop jumping here and jumping there. Stay put.
I mean, this might be his final team because I know he wanted to retire soon. Well, not soon, like within the next 3-4 years or whatever. Depending on how much he achieved. Yeah, because he wanted to retire at 35.
How long he been in it? How old is Kevin Durant? Mark?
He be 35 this year.
35?
Yeah. But he got another 3 years on his contract. So he's looking at 38. But then again, Kyrie gonna end up in Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Watch.
I think he's gonna end up a Laker, yo.
I think he's gonna end up in Phoenix.
Y'all don't think he's gonna stay with?
It's Phoenix or LA. He's not staying in Dallas.
Can I vehemently disagree with the host one more time?
You're gonna lose your presidency, brother. Go ahead, brother. What was saying? Q, you all right?
I'm waiting on this trivia, yo.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Wait,
Wi-Fi right.
On a real quick note, I feel like he left OKC because he knew he wasn't going to win a championship there. And the reasons why he left Golden State and Brooklyn was because it became more about drama and off the field stuff than it was about basketball. KD showed up for work in Brooklyn. Harden and Kyrie did not. They let him down, and at that point he was like, "All right, I'm gonna go ahead and head out." So I don't blame him for leaving Brooklyn. The tension between Draymond and him in Golden State, I understand why he left there too. So I don't look at him as a team jumper like that.
I do.
Or saying like it's going to tarnish his legacy. In the sport of basketball, everybody get around. Like, come on now.
You crazy? LeBron James is about to be tarnished. This dude went to Cleveland. It didn't work out in Cleveland. And so he goes to Miami. He wins championships. San Antonio ran him out here. Now he goes to LA. He won another championship in LA. Now he's talking about going back to. Come on. You're going here. You're going there.
Now he went back.
You went back to Cleveland. Like you're going all over the place.
But
you're LeBron James.
He won chips in places.
Right. You're going different. But you're teaming up. He teamed up with Anthony Davis. He got one. He teamed up with Dwayne Wade. He got two.
What about the Claw?
Yeah, he
Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
Kawhi's a team jumper.
Hold on. I don't know. I'm not counting Kawhi as a team jumper.
Why not?
Kawhi faked the injury to get out of San Antonio so he can so he can go to Toronto.
So he can go to
San Antonio was dying off though.
Q, can you hear me?
You don't do your team like that though. You don't fake an injury.
Like, all right, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right on that aspect. But the team was dying.
Yeah, I get that, but
and then to go to Toronto and win a chip when nobody thought Toronto was even gonna be relevant.
And then he left.
He did that because on in the East.
He left to go to the original destination.
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't putting Kawhi like that.
I will.
No, not Kawhi. Hey, Q, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Yeah,
you hear me loud and clear?
I can hear you.
All right. It's taking like 8 years for you to respond.
I don't know, man. Something up with this shit.
All right, just stay right there. Stay right there because you're good right there. All right, man. That's all the NBA. That's all the NFL, man. Boy, we talked a lot, but this is what the podcast is about, man. I love talking sports with you guys, man. Now it's time for the point of the show where everybody's waiting on, man. Let's get it. Man, I ain't hit that button in a long time. NBA Trivia. NBA Trivia. We have the undisputed champion, Q-dogg himself. He is the Real Sports NBA Trivia champion. He's defending his title against Wallstreet. The numbers don't lie.
Oh.
All right, let's get this thing going. Q, can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, sir. All right, here we go. NBA Trivia, man. Q-dogg versus Wallstreet. Howard Finkel is on the mic.
The following contest is scheduled. Scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Real 2 Sports NBA Trivia Championship.
Yes, sir. All right, man. NBA Trivia. Man, it's been a long time. I hit the wrong button. This is a long time here, man. We have 7 questions. The rules of the game, man. 7 questions will be asked. Whoever has the most out of the 7 will be the winner. And we all know that the champion, La Champion, goes first. Diggity Dog, are you there, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Starting it off, champ goes first. Who was the Portland Trailblazers center in the 1992 NBA Finals?
Kevin Duckworth.
God almighty, boy, the champion is on. Ooh, the champion is on already. Boy, he deadly now. I told you, he deadly now. All right, Street.
All right, let's go.
Who was the power forward for the Portland Trailblazers in the 1992 NBA Finals?
Cliff Robinson. Damn, wait.
You already said it. No, Cliff Robinson. Q.
Damn, spoke too fast.
Jerome Kersey.
Power forward. No, sir.
What's your power?
Buck Williams.
Buck Williams.
Buck Williams. All right, Street, back on you. Who was the coach of the Boston Celtics that led the 3 NBA championships in the 80s? It was 2, I'm sorry. He was the coach in the 80s of the Boston Celtics.
I'm going to go with K.C. Jones.
K.C. Jones it is. K.C. Jones it is. Street is on. 1-1 here. NBA trivia. Hey, all right, Street. I see you.
They coming out quick.
Okay.
Let's start.
All right, Q. What was Robert Parrish's nickname?
The Chief.
Oh, Lord, these boys are swinging. All right, I got to ante up these questions here. Got to ante up these questions here. All right. You're just rolling along here. All right, Street. Here we go. What team did Stan Van Gundy take to the NBA Finals?
The Orlando Magic.
Lord have mercy, have mercy. I gotta up these questions, Mr. President. I gotta step it up.
Wallstreet might have found his arena, dog.
I'm trying to tell you, you might find his niche here. We got 2 more, and it is 2-2.
Hey man,
it's 2-2. Here we go.
What we here for? We love to see it.
Yes, sir. Q-dogg. Who is the current head coach of the Atlanta Hawks?
Damn it. Hold on. Damn, his name on the tip of my damn. He'd have been around. Damn name. Damn, I can't get his name.
10 seconds.
Nate Williams
Give
or
me something.
something.
Give me something.
Nate.
All right, give me something.
Nate Robinson.
No. Wall Street.
I might get this guy confused. I don't think he coached for Atlanta. I think he coached for Indiana. But I'm gonna go with Nate McMillan.
Nate McMillan it is.
Yeah. Hey, I knew something. I just couldn't get the damn name right.
Oh, you gotta get this one now. You gotta get this one.
Let's go.
You get this one wrong, and Wall Street get it, man. This is it. All right, Q. What are the Lopez twins' first names?
Oh, that's a good
Damn.
one. That's a good one. Names. Oh.
Their first name.
Yeah, their first names.
Yeah, their last name. My bad.
Just give me their first names.
I'm drawing a blank on this.
I don't know that.
This
Right.
hey, I ain't gonna lie. This is one of the easiest questions of the day.
This is not easy.
Yeah.
It is not easy. This is simple.
All right, Street for the win.
God damn. What are the Lopez brothers' names? I'm drawing a blank. I really am. I don't know, man. I'm drawing a blank. I don't want to waste time even thinking of names. I know it's gonna be
Can I answer the question? Can I answer the question?
Sure.
Brooke and Robin.
Yeah.
Brooke and Robin it is.
Yeah. Brooke and Robin Lopez.
I would
Brooke and
never.
Robin Lopez. Well, that's 7.
That's not even twins' names.
Huh?
There's an NBA.
His names be like Robin, Ryan, or something like that. His name Brooke and.
I mean, Mark and Paul Gasol.
Yeah.
Gasol.
They weren't twins though.
Hey, brother.
Touche.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm gonna do this here. Both of y'all didn't get
Well,
that right.
Man, didn't Street win since he got 3?
Streak one.
Yeah.
Streak one.
3.
Streak.
Hey,
Streak, you won 3-2.
there we go. There we go.
Streak, Wall Street.
Yes, sir.
Q-dogg,
Wall
you
Street.
bring your rematch clause? You putting that right now for next week? Because I believe in you, bro. Listen,
He said,
Q-dog be doing everybody dirty. Make it look easy. So the fact that he lost that is a shocker to me.
It got me today, bro. Every dog has his day.
Every dog. I like that. Every dog has his day.
No pun
Has
intended.
his day. No pun intended, man. All right, Wall Street. I don't have a belt for you, man, but you just became the new NBA Trivia champion.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
You are the 4th NBA champion in Real to Sports podcast.
Congratulations.
Hey,
Hey,
hold
Wall
on.
Street, you know what this means, don't you?
I see all the eyes looking at me. I see him salivating.
And for future reference, your next opponent.
Go!
Oh.
My money on T-Rock.
The youngster
My money on T-Rock. T-Rock
Next
got that.
opponent.
But you know whoever got the NBA Trivia Championship, you know who ain't too far behind begging for a title shot. So
D-Ray.
Yeah.
D-Ray gonna be coming after you, dog.
Matter of fact, I think
week.
D-Ray gets a shot before you, Rock. D-Rock, because man, Lord have mercy, I gotta get D-Ray contact. Matter of fact, no. I take that back. T-Rock versus Street. T-Rock versus Street. Yeah. D-Ray been falling off lately.
I gotta get my win for losing my NFL trivia.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. That'll be probably next week, man. Wait a minute though. I can't leave this thing out, man. We gotta shout out the OG, man, for becoming the undisputed champion for the 2nd time. He is the only man to do so.
Acknowledge him.
Acknowledge the OG, man. You gotta acknowledge. OG, you still got 1 belt left, man.
Huh?
Okay. I say you still got 1 belt left.
Oh, I do. You can't hardly hear you. Damn thing messing up, man. My shit.
It's all right.
What time is
it?
it?
7 o'clock. We gotta be there at 7 o'clock. Sharp. But all right, man. So, man, again, man, NBA, that discussion was off the chain. I loved it, and I love talking to you guys, man. That's what the podcast is about. And that's our show for today. As always, man, we want to thank you for watching another episode of the Real to Sports Talk Show, man. And please remember to be generous to these guys right here, man. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up for the best podcast panel in all of YouTube, and I mean that. Anybody want to challenge my guys out there? Anybody want to challenge my guys in some trivia? Let me know, because I got the best guys in the YouTube sports community right here, man. Right here, man. So remember, man, hit that thumbs up for them. Give them a thumbs up and a round of applause. They will highly appreciate that, man. And again, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell for all notifications, man. I blow smoke up his ass all the time when he's on the show, man. But I can't go without a show, man, for thanking Mr. Positivity. Drew to the game, man. Drew to the game. I got to, man. Got to say. Oh, man, appreciate that, Miss Jones.
Appreciate it.
Man, appreciate it, man.
You know?
No doubt. It's the best podcast panel in the YouTube sports community. I'm trying to tell you.
Absolutely.
These guys, they bring it every single show. Anybody want to challenge, man? I'm trying to tell you, let me know. My guy's gonna take it down, baby. Due to the game, man. It's always. I'll tell you that. I love that guy, man. That guy's always Always here, man. What you got for us?
Love being on the show today. Time is precious, and you guys decided to spend it with us. We appreciate you. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe. It's free. Helps us bring more content to you. So thank y'all for joining us.
No doubt. Peace and love, man. Peace and love. Again, man, we want you guys to come back and see us. Come back and see us, man. It's Tuesday, next Tuesday, on the Tuesday Night Delight Sports to Talk About, man. The Real Sports podcast panel. They will review the NBA All-Star Weekend and the NBA All-Star Game. We will have reviews on that. So, man, we want you guys to come, chime in, be in the live, be on the show, come be in the live chat, be a live dog, man. So come check us out again, man. And the new champ, Wallstreet, is bringing the NBA Trivia title back over to his home on Tuesdays. So, again, man, we want to thank you guys for watching. We extended the time, man, but hey, baby, that was a good show, man. And also, man, real quick, man, I got to acknowledge, man, GC, man. It's good to see GC making it on the show, man. The flyest dude around, man. GC, man, he at work. The longest break ever, but hey, it is.
I ain't doing nothing today. And it was like 10:30. I was like, I got time. Let me go get in my car real quick. I called.
It's dedication.
I'm just like,
That's dedication right there, man. So thank you for being on the show, bro.
I killed my phone battery, man. You know, I
no doubt. No doubt, man. So no doubt, man. So again, man, GC, man, we want to thank you for being on the show. And
no problem.
On behalf of ourselves, man, you know me, I'm old Big Mouth himself. We got Drew to the game. Yes, sir. We got the new champ.
Let's
Wallstreet.
Let's go.
GC, the flyest dude in the land.
Real quick, host. One more thing.
Yes, sir.
I want to tell people to know, like, comment, subscribe, share the wealth, share the word. Tell your pastor. Tell your brother, your daddy, your grandparents, tell everybody, and listen, tell them they can come to the show and see GC, the Saints, man. I also want to tell my people down in Louisiana, happy Mardi Gras, you know what time it is.
Let's go.
Who that always.
Let's go,
Mardi
baby.
Gras season, baby. We lit.
Let's go. When the Saints go marching in, baby.
We do some heavy marching this year. So.
Yes, sir. Mr. President. My man.
What's going on?
The best assistant in the world, man. The best assistant in the world.
I know you wasn't sleeping, Mark. I know you wasn't sleeping on my segment.
Huh?
Rockstar.
It's my dog.
My man. And the OG, man.
You know what, baby?
Yes, sir, man. Hey, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to see my brothers tonight. I'm going to see them tonight, man. See y'all at 7. See my brothers tonight, man. Again, thank y'all for watching. We see y'all Tuesday. We're going to talk the NBA All-Star. We're going to review that, the All-Star game, the dunk contest, the three-point contest. We got all that on Sports to Talk About Tuesday at 7. We out.